Hi everyone! Today I'm gonna talk about some signs that you're actually doing well financially, even if it doesn't feel like it. I know a lot of us compare ourselves to others and feel like we're falling behind, but there are some things you can look for that show you're on the right track. Number 1. You're playing the wealth game, not the status game. The first thing is to make sure you're playing the right game. There are two games you can play: the status game and wealth game. The status game is all about keeping up with the Joneses, buying things to impress others, and living a lifestyle you can't afford. The wealth game, on the other hand, is about building your own wealth and investing in your future. It's about making smart choices with your money and focusing on long-term goals. I used to play the first game. I was always buying the newest stuff to fit in with friends and family, but it didn't make me happy. I was stressed about money and never felt like I was getting anywhere. Then, I learned from successful people like Warren Buffett and Elon Musk. Warren Buffett once said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." Elon Musk emphasizes, "Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is a disaster." Finally, I realized that I need to change my game. I started focusing on my own financial goals and making smart choices with my money. It wasn't easy, but it was the best decision I ever made. Now I'm on track to reach my financial goals, and I'm so much happier. Number 2. You know how much you should be earning. It's important to have a clear understanding of how much you should be earning to set realistic goals for yourself. However, it's equally important not to fall into the trap of comparing your income to others. The key is to focus on your own needs and goals rather than external benchmarks. People often feel more negatively about losing money than positively about gaining money, emphasizing the emotional impact of financial comparisons. When I first started out in my career, I was making a lot less money than some of my friends. I felt like I was failing, but then I realized that I was actually doing well for myself. I was earning enough to cover my expenses, had managed to save, and I also had a job that I loved, and that gave me a lot of opportunities to grow. Once I stopped comparing myself to others, I was able to appreciate how much I had going for me. The lesson here is that personal fulfillment and financial well-being are subjective and unique to each individual. Understanding that earning more than others doesn't guarantee happiness, and acknowledging personal achievements beyond monetary gains are essential components of a healthy financial mindset. By aligning your financial goals with your own needs and aspirations, you can cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation for your individual journey. Number 3. You have the 3 fundamental rights. The 3 fundamentals of financial well-being are being aware of your relationship with money, having an emergency buffer, and having manageable debt. If you have these 3 things in place, you're on the right track. So, first, being aware of your relationship with money. This means tracking your income and expenses so that you know where your money is going. It's crucial to understand your money. This means keeping track of how much money you get and spend. For example, making a list of all the money you get, like your salary or any extra cash. Now, think about the things you spend money on, like food, bills, or fun stuff. When you know these things, you have a clear picture of where your money is going. It's like having a map for your finances. You can see if you're spending too much on something, or if you have some extra money to save. Also, think about moments when you feel like spending money for no good reason. Those are your spending triggers. Recognizing them helps you avoid spending money when you don't need to. It's about being smart with your money and making sure it goes where it matters the most. Next, having an emergency buffer. Imagine having a safety net for your money. That's what an emergency buffer is. It's like having a special savings account ready for unexpected situations. Think about it as a financial superhero that comes to the rescue when you face unexpected expenses. Now, how much should your superhero be ready for action? Well, experts suggest having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up in your emergency buffer. This is like having a shield that protects you from unexpected financial hits. For example, what if your car suddenly needs a major repair or you face unexpected medical bills? Your emergency buffer is there to save the day. It gives you peace of mind, knowing that you have a financial superhero ready to handle unexpected challenges. Building this buffer takes some time and effort, but it's worth it. It's like slowly creating a superhero team that stands guard over your finances. You can start small, putting aside a bit of money regularly, and watch it grow into a powerful shield against financial surprises. Having an emergency buffer is not about being negative. It's about being prepared. Life is full of surprises, and having a financial superhero on your side ensures that you can face these surprises without disrupting your financial stability. So, consider your emergency buffer as your financial guardian who's always there, ready to shield you from unexpected money issues. And the last fundamental, having manageable debt. Debt can be a good thing if it's used to pay for things like a home or education, but it's important to make sure that your debt is manageable and that you're not paying too much interest. I used to be terrible with money. I would spend everything I earned and I had no savings. I also had a lot of credit card debt. It was a stressful way to live, but I finally decided to make a change. I started tracking my spending. I built up an emergency buffer, and I paid off my credit card debt. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Now I have a much healthier relationship with money, and I'm on track to reach my financial goals. Number 4. You're using the lens of an individual rather than society. It's easy to get caught up in comparing yourselves to others. We see our friends and family on social media, living their best lives, and we start to feel like we're not doing well enough. But it's important to remember that everyone is different and has different goals. What matters most is that you're making progress towards your own goals. I used to compare myself to my friends who were making more money than me and driving nicer cars. I felt like I was a failure, but then I realized that I was comparing myself to people who were on a different path than me. I had different goals and priorities. Once I stopped comparing myself to others, I was able to focus on my own personal growth and development. I started taking courses, learning new skills, and working on my career. I'm so much happier now that I'm focused on becoming the best version of myself. Then, I was surprised at how much progress I had actually made. I had been so focused on my perceived lack of success that I hadn't noticed how far I'd come. It gave me a real boost of confidence and motivation to keep going. And then I was able to see that I was actually doing well financially, even though it didn't feel like it. If you're struggling with your finances, I want you to know that you're not alone. There are things you can do to improve your situation. Start by tracking your spending, setting realistic goals, and making small changes that you can stick with. You'll be surprised at how quickly you can make progress. Now, I'm grateful for all the good things in my life. It's easy to get caught up in the negative, but it's important to remember all the blessings we have. Take some time today to appreciate all the good things in your life, even the small things. So, the next time you're feeling like you're not doing well financially, take a step back and look for the signs that you actually are. You might be surprised at what you find. Remember, financial well-being is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs along the way, but as long as you're making progress towards your goals, you're on the right track. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more personal finance tips. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. We'll see you in the next video.